Joey here again from Darkblock. Let me bring up onto the stage. We've got Dom. Dom,
Yeah.
everybody can see you and hear you. Hey, man.
Nice to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
All right. So, Dom, who are you? Where are you at in the world, if you're allowed to say?
Yeah, sure thing. So I'm based in Munich, Germany, the city of Oktoberfest and the best beer of the world. And yeah, usually in my normal day life, I'm a UX designer, creative technologist, whatever you want to call it. Lots of terms, similar stuff. And we founded an agency. So before I was self-employed, and before that I was employed in a marketing agency. But now today is our company anniversary of 1 year. So cheers to that.
Congratulations. Yeah.
And yeah, so the company is called Craft Clarity, and there we are doing, we call it entrepreneurship as a service. It is quite open, open framed, but the core idea is we have a certain expertise, different people from different sectors, be it like myself, UX design, but also development, where we can do front end, back end. Our developer did some AI, but also blockchain development. And then the business side, business strategy, all that. So the whole package in the end. And yeah, we have about 50% of our clients are Web3. So working on a big Solana project. We helped UNICEF to launch their NFT project, like Petra Kingdoms, doing some good, And so yeah, it's a range, but we also are in traditional clients, traditional projects.
Amazing. Can we talk about your crazy Darkblock project? I want to show a picture. I have a question. This is you guys, or I don't know if this is you guys, but this is a character. She's kind of Yoda. She's kind of a librarian. What's the creation of this avatar? Like, where did this all come from?
Yeah, sure. So it's AI generated, right? The visual with the Midjourney. But let me start at the beginning. This project, Vatessia the Historian, is based, I'm always saying like it's fan fiction or like meta lore inside an existing world of a big NFT project, which is Fluff World. And like they minted August last year, and I am the biggest fan and maximalist of them and the whole system they're building. So they're working, it's called Futureverse, and Futureverse, it's a whole ecosystem of projects. And one project, NFT collection, is not out yet, but it was called Goblin Town, actually. And then the other Goblin Town came around, and there was a certain conflict of interest, so they renamed it to Gods and Goblins. Gods and Goblins is also set inside Fluff World, Futureverse, like the lore and the IP they're building with all these collections. There's a whole background story for that. I don't think I should go too deep into that. That's up to everyone to explore. It definitely has several layers. And because I'm such a big fan of the whole lore, the whole project, I created this fictional character where we know that the Gods and Goblins, like I said, there's no avatar PFP collection out there yet, but we know a little bit of the background story. And based on that little knowledge, I said, why not create a fictional character all powered by AI, actually. I explored this with this character, where all visuals were generated with Midjourney. All texts were created with GPT-3. And that was a few months back. And I didn't have a goal with that. I didn't have like, I am going to do another metaverse or, like a game or anything. It was just having fun and exploring the technology, understanding the AI. How do I need to prompt? How do like what's the changes through the different algorithms, and playing around. And then I also had a Discord just for also exchanging with community members, because I said, let's give them this fictional character, this historian. Let's try to always stay in character. And then what does like a librarian, a historian do? They are scholars, or I called them in the beginning disciples. And everyone who wanted to become a Vatessian disciple had to apply and be like, I vouch for being part of the Goblin group. So yeah, that's what I did. And then I had like initial, I think it was 15 to 20 people. And with these people, I was exploring different opportunities, chatting. And then I came up with the idea of a a bigger lore project and thought about an NFT advent calendar. That's where we use Darkblock to unlock the content, and that was some time back. And then I explored it and thought about, okay, how could we do it? And while I was still creating everything with GPT-3 and Midjourney, I got approached by someone who is a professional story writer, knows voice actor and the story writer, a network. They are called Olam Productions. I hope I'm saying the name right. It's Irish and Gaelic roots. And they explore the whole Gaelic lore, like the actual real life myths and past of the Gaelic stories. And he said, "You need any help with storytelling?" And he didn't know about the advent calendar, nothing. And I was like, well, I'm working with AI and it's all good, but yeah, maybe. And then like once they sent over the first draft, I shared, okay, advent calendar, this is the initial story. And I didn't know what to expect. And I got it. And I was like, okay, AI is nice. But in the end, the human touch was like just 10x, 100x in quality. So I said, okay, let's do this. And yeah, that's how the advent calendar came to fruition, which is now story written, actual human voice, professionally produced in an audio recording studio, hand-drawn illustrations, not AI generated. And yeah, that's a funny twist on how everything started with AI, but in the end, the human touch was just better.
So you've got this NFT,
yeah,
right? 2 more days for the sale?
No, that's actually secondary. I don't think we sold any on secondary yet because the mint is still open. So if you go on Vatessia.com, you will still find the mint links. So it is still open. We extended it till Christmas.
Where are I going? Hold on. Forgive me.
And yes, exactly. So there, if you scroll down a little bit, you can find the 3 editions we have. One is a limited edition that was a free mint for everyone that joined like super early, and also for fluffs like from that collection with a Santa's hat or the Grinch fur. Like that's part of the collection of these rabbits, these 3D animated rabbits. They would get a free mint because every trade counts, right? Then there were a range of partner collections which did qualify for the 0.04 mint and the final edition, the 0.08 ETH. All of them are still open. If you qualify for the special edition, you're lucky. Then there's the final edition. We call that utility is similar, like all get access to the same content. It's just like which price you have. And in the end, you'll see if there's differences in utility, but you can still mint it. And if you go on the final edition on the mint side, we worked there on, doesn't matter which one, but yes. So there we mint through Manifold. We use their framework, like no custom contract, so no worries that there is anything hidden. It's the official Manifold contract. They provide a really cool framework, and we used that. And yeah, so that's the first part of how to get the NFT.
Amazing, beautiful. You randomly found this storyteller, the guy in Ireland, or the
so Matt, he was actually one of the first Vatessarian disciples, so out of the community. He was like, yo, I saw your project, I'm part of the disciples, and let's do something. And he knew another professional writer and voice actor, and yeah, now we have like this Irish audio. Actually, all of it is written in poetry, so it's not like just a story. All of it is like rhyming, and it's 20-minute content, like audio content of poetry rhyming with an Irish accent.
We had a Twitter space earlier in the week with this artist named Griff Crypto, and he's Irish, and the guy could read anything, right? He just sounds so freaking cool, at least to my American ear. The voice just has such a, it's like silk. It's just amazing. All right, so I love that you call people who buy the NFT the disciples. Like you've got this whole universe.
And anyone who was a disciple in the beginning is now in the Vatessian Council. And I regularly ask them, like always including the community. And actually also fun part there, when I was talking about, I want to do this story and it's about a goblin and it's an advent calendar. Someone from the community came up with the name of Snotwart. Like actually it is completely a community driven story where, of course, I had my influence on the story, but someone from the initial disciples and council came up with that name of Snotwart Steals Christmas and talking about the cover. On the right, you can see Snotwart and you can see the snot dripping out of his nose. That's his, maybe some might call it flaw, but definitely like the fun part here. And on the left, you can see the fluff, which is the rabbit from the collection, and Snotwart is trying to steal Santa's hat in this unlockable Christmas story.
I mean, what creative people that just kind of get together and they decide to double down and we're going to go make this weird universe. And every time people do it, you know, we've had a lot of creators that we've been able to talk to because of Darkblock in my day job. Like, I get so giddy and happy that you guys just express yourselves. And then it's a commerce thing, but it's also more than that. You know, like, commerce is just kind of simple. You're creating something that lasts. Okay. Dom, I love this. All right. So here I'm connected in my wallet on the Darkblock side. We have an NFT, Snotwart Steals Christmas NFT. The thing I like about the Darkblock side, like, we don't care what the type content is, right? It's just that we're giving you this ability to add more value to this NFT project.
Yeah, before we go into our content, maybe you can do like a little introduction to Darkblock, how it works. Maybe go in there a little bit.
You hear that, boss? You're going to get me a pay raise. Thank you. So Darkblock, the whole idea of Darkblock, the company was started a year ago. The founder's a guy named Chris Saline. He's in Washington, D.C. He's smarter than I'll ever be. Great human being. He has some co-founders. He's got his cousin, who's a very creative guy who runs an agency, and then 3 guys from Iceland who are also co-founders, Dari, Ragi, and Ari, just amazing human beings. So the story of Darkblock, they started the company, and the whole idea is you have these NFT collections, and there's no real solution to add unlockable content. And what unlockable content is, there's an OpenSea definition of unlockable content, and that's a link to an S3 bucket or a Google Drive. And the second you stop paying for your Google, that link breaks. And what the hell did I just buy with this NFT? Like, I want to own this NFT forever. You know, if it's a worthy NFT, I want to hand it down to my kids. And the idea that links would break, it's just, what are we doing here? So our kind of take on unlockable content is the file is encrypted and stored in Arweave for 200 years. Arweave has their own decentralized storage story, and we leverage, you know, the hard work they've done. And our twist is the encryption layer, so that only an NFT owner can unlock and view the content. So nothing is right-click save. Even if you were able to find the file on chain in Arweave storage, you can't open it up unless you own the NFT. So yeah, that's kind of what Darkblock does. We have all kinds of different creators. That's why I like talking to you, Dom. You know, it's all about the remix. Everybody's experimenting. There's a lot of play going on. It's not boring business where if I create 10,000 widgets, I'm going to make $1 million. Like, no, you're not. The customers, the NFT collectors, they want more. They want story. They want value. They want to reward the creator. Like, I want you guys to do more projects, so I'm going to invest in you and hope that you'll make enough money that you'll be able to quit your day job and do more fun stuff, because I want to support you. That's what I love about the NFT space. It's not the corporate, boring widget stuff. It's I'm a guy with an idea. I'm a lady with an idea. I don't want to work for the man. I don't want to work for Google. I want to express myself and try to make money. So dark unlockables, decentralized unlockables, essentially attachments associated with NFTs. And the future is about monetization for us. Like, that's where people get excited. So the idea that if the value of the NFT is hidden in the Darkblock, the video, the art, the comic book, XYZ, you name it, we don't care what's in the Darkblock. But if the value of the NFT is in the Darkblock, can you just rent out the Darkblock? So I can't afford a CryptoPunk, but if there's a cartoon that comes with a CryptoPunk and I can rent it for $5 or $1 or 10 cents, I want to watch it. And the owner of that NFT then has a revenue stream. Other than staking it, they actually have a kind of an active community content consumption revenue stream. So that's what we're working on.
When I first heard about it back in 2021, I did exactly the same with I saw and I bought NFTs where there was a Google Drive link, no matter if it's Rarible or OpenSea, and I was like, okay, it's a Google Drive link. Like anytime this can be changed, blocked, deleted, and then what? And I was always stunned how this was promoted as unlockable content, but the only thing was a text link. And yeah, so I was definitely quickly Darkblock raised my interest when I heard about it. So, but yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. And we're just, we're builders. The input we get from creators, that's what we want to know. We want to know where to go next. All right, so this is your NFT. And what's the story on this?
Yes. So, as I said, it's an unlockable Christmas story. One might call it an advent calendar. There's 20 minutes of audio that is divided into 5 episodes of audio content. So each is about 2.5, 3 minutes. And this is released on a weekly basis. So the first one was on 1st December, 7th, 14th, 21st, and then the final one on the 24th. Then there comes a hand-drawn illustration accompanying the story. So that means on the 1st December, we had the initial artwork. And then you could already hear like the whole first chapter, and all following days were then part of this first chapter still, right? So the second day of December would then be part of the first chapter. So you could follow the story then also in a visual way, piece by piece, day by day. And yeah, every week there's the audio. We also have added the text. So just in case you want to print it out and see and read it. So there's a PDF also attached for the audios. And also a little fun twist there. We added a coloring edition where you can print it out and illustrate it. No matter if you have kids or if you are just having fun illustrating, you could print it out or make it in a digital way. So yeah, that's the content package.
It's brilliant. It's insane. And I mean that with every sense of awe. And I love it. These comic book pages, almost coloring book pages. There's some guy with an incredible voice who's doing the story. Like, you've created a universe in 15 days. You know what I mean? You guys have been working on it for a while, but delivering it every day. Like, what a interesting use case. Can I click anything?
Yeah, let's look at something. Maybe go to the 1st December.
1st December?
And the main artwork, yeah. So that's how we kicked it off. And also, as you can see from the file size, it's really high res. So you could even download it and, I don't know, put it on a canvas. So yeah, that's Snotwart, and the goblins are scheming and dreaming to steal Christmas. And you can see like the snow globe with the fluff in there. And maybe now go to the coloring edition so people can see, and also like little background as it's on RV. Depending on the file size, it might take a little longer, but here you can see that's the coloring edition, so people can give it their own twist.
I love it. And the one thing that most folks, I don't think they know, like if you have a Darkblock, you can click the 3 little dots and then just download it. So you actually don't have to use our viewer if you don't want, but oh God, I want to hear this guy's voice.
That's perfect.
Christmas was coming. To the land Christmas loves.
Do you hear it? I don't know if you hear it.
The party bear people.
I do.
And the ones they call fluffs sipped peppermint chocolate from piping hot cups. And as for the snow, there was heaps of the stuff, piling in mountains and falling in puffs.
All right, I'm not going to let people have this. They don't get it. You've got to go.
Gotta get it. Get the NFT.
Gotta go get it. You know, when my kids were little, we would watch like Polar Express. But if I had like 8-year-old kids and they're waiting for Santa, you'd have a coloring book every day. Like, it's a activity. And then you have a story at bedtime. I don't know if goblins it's maybe nighttime, which I don't know. But I
depends
love
on the age, probably.
My kids are way old, you know, but just the idea that this is being created and delivered every day in real time. A team of geniuses got together to do this is very exciting. So the next year, the secondary market at Christmas. This advent calendar, this thing has another life again. Maybe there's more adventures.
Yeah, that's actually one part which we also wanted to focus on. Instead of NFTs that promise something in a year and then there's something, we made the mint. It started on the 30th of November. And the next day you could unlock the story and you could have direct access. We also wanted to make it a comparability of, okay, there are advent calendars out there which cost $50, $100, depending on which kind of advent calendar you're getting, and make it comparable so that people who see the NFT are like, okay, like that costs, depending on how much ETH is at and which edition you're getting, between 50 and $100. And you get immediate utility. You can use it. I hope nobody comes in and is like, when moon, but because it's about the direct utility, get it, enjoy the story, have fun, connect with your kids, do drawing. If you don't have kids, still enjoy. I think like it's perfect for anyone. Lots of fun. Anyone likes a audiobook. To change a little bit like how we see NFTs, it's not always about will this be at 10 ETH floor in 6 months, but rather I buy it, I get it, I enjoy it, I have fun. And maybe in the future, there will be another drop where we will use this NFT for allow listing and stuff, or for giving away free future stories. Nothing I will promise, but if we do future drops, I will definitely reward the ones who were early, just like we rewarded the first disciples who got the free mint of this one. People hopefully are enjoying this and are like, yes, it's worth it.
It's brilliant. When Lambo does not have to be the goal of every NFT. Like you've got many more creative endeavors to come, and the idea of supporting you, like, can I get the animated version next Christmas? Who knows?
Yeah.
But what a great use case. And I am so happy to have met you and that you're using our tech, and you're going to help us make our tech better by having people use it and kick the tires. Okay, my friend.
Awesome.
I am so grateful that you hung out. You're in the Christmas capital of the world. What a beautiful time. I hope you have a good holiday. A frohe Weihnachten.
Thank you. Likewise. Happy holidays. Again, thanks so much for the invitation. It was a pleasure. Also, your support and you helping out in our Discord and being there, having me here now. Definitely appreciated. Yeah, looking forward to build more stories with you and Darkblock.
You're awesome.